Andre, I just got your resume. It's the best thing I've ever seen. No one's ever done this before. Oh my God, I want you to come in for an interview. Here's 4 people. Within 2 days, I had like 4 interviews set up in a meeting. And I thought, how did this sit for 6 months in someone's office and she hadn't opened it? But it was a box. So maybe it sat in the corner, maybe the assistant picked it up, maybe they were moving, whatever. The point is, it didn't get thrown out. And it made an impact as soon as she opened that box. And she said, all right, this is different than any other brand I've ever met before. This is what we're looking for at MTV, someone who can be crazy. And it's crazy. And then I really got overboard. Obviously, I have way too much time on my hands, but so everyone knows after you interview with someone or you network with someone, what's the first thing you do the next day? Anyone? You send them an email saying thank you for your time. Of course you do that. But everyone sends emails. So I sent a thank you card because no one uses direct mail anymore. So I sent a thank you card with my logo. And again, it was only to show that I'm different. It was only to show what my brand was about. Because I'm trying to get a marketing job. So I'm going to help differentiate your product from the competitor. I want you to show you that I know how to do that for myself. The most important thing you can do and the cheapest thing you can do to brand yourself, please get a professional email address. The worst is to have a great resume with all this great experience and your address is luckyboy707 in ATL at Yahoo. That's not really a good one for whatever your friends do. It's free, even if it's your first and last name at Yahoo or whatever it is, just keep it professional. That's what, or keep it reflective whatever your brand is. Maybe your brand is not to be professional. Maybe you want to be something so creative that's going to be different. Whatever your particular brand is, just make sure your email address reflects that. So this is definitely over the top. This is not what everyone needs to do to get a job in entertainment. This is not what I would encourage you to go out and try to figure out how to do for yourself tomorrow. This is what was applicable for me and my brand. After I defined it, what I was going to stand for, this is how I interpreted it. So, with that, any questions? So we're done. I worked for Nickelodeon, which is a competitor for Cartoon Network. And then I switched, got smart, and all that. Yes, sir.
I just something you said. I once heard a speaker from the NBA talk about 2 marketing guys he hired. One guy wrote his resume on basketball and sent it in a network. And another guy sent a chocolate cake with a note saying, if you like chocolate cake, you'll love me. And it was like part of the resume written on the chocolate cake.
Sweet.
Those guys got hired and now like, big guys in the NBA.
It's all about being different, and it's all about being creative and being appropriate for that brand. So, chocolate cake probably wouldn't work if you were applying for a job at, Wells Fargo Bank. I don't know. But in the entertainment industry, that's what we're looking for. We're creative people by nature, and we're looking for creative people to bring into our fold, especially in the marketing world. We're looking for people to, especially in what I do in marketing to kids. Kids' attention span is all of about 6 seconds. They can consume more media in 5 minutes than any of us ever could. So I need someone who can look beyond what's traditional and think about things that haven't even been invented yet, because that's what I'm looking for. Yes, ma'am.
What were some things that you did while you were kind of doing internships?
My last summer, I only did one internship, official internship, and it was in the pharmaceutical industry, Chicago. It was a great experience, and I would do it all over again. And most importantly, I knew the whole power of personal branding when I got there, so it was vital to me to make a good impression to that company. I knew after school I would love to work in pharmaceutical sales. It was very lucrative. It was definitely, especially on my campus, something a lot of recruiters came to recruit Morehouse students to work in pharmaceutical sales industry. But I was focused on branding myself in that internship, making the right connections, making people understand my worth. So the greatest thing about that job is when I left my summer internship, I left with an offer letter for full-time employment as soon as I graduated. So my senior year, I had to graduate to get a job, so you can imagine what my GPA was like. I don't encourage you to do that, but the good thing is that I left with an option. So for you, even if working at Turner is not what you're sure you want to do yet, At least focus on the job offer, because once you get a job offer, you can decide to take it or not. But if you never even get an offer, then you can't work it. So always give yourself options. Always shoot for the options. Yes, ma'am.
How did you make your transition from like sales to entertainment and then again like Nickelodeon?
First from sales to marketing, sales was great in that it really set the groundwork for my marketing career because I needed to understand what it was like on the street level to talk to customers, handle objections, be able to listen to them, because those skills are what I use right now. Listen to kids and then figure out what they want and then market to them. So selling and marketing is pretty much the same thing. It's just you're doing one-on-one versus me in my job is selling to an entire audience of kids all at once. I'm trying to sell them on why they should buy Nintendo, or sell them on why they should buy cereal. That may not be the best for you. Or toys, or movie tickets, or, opening weekend for Transformers 2, June 24th, starring Shia LaBeouf. That promotion is launching today. We can't wait for it to be done. It's going to be great. Go see that movie, by the way. It's going to be great. Anything else? Oh, you asked me
And then
from Nickelodeon the cartoon. Okay, so after Nick was an interesting experience. I was there for 2 years. Very fast paced. It was in New York. I was there for. I wanted to work in the biggest market in entertainment, which is either New York or LA. It was very fast-paced. It was kind of like being a stockbroker. I don't know if you know anyone who's first-year stockbrokers, but it's like crazy hours. You get paid maybe $30,000 if you're lucky, and you work like 60 hours a week. So I was in New York to hustle. That was all it was about. I didn't really care about anything else but making an impact in that business. But I did that so after I got enough experience, I could decide where I wanted to live. So I came here because I wanted to not live in New York anymore, and take it easy and live a better life. So I wanted to come back to a place that I knew was easy to live, and the benefit is I get to work at Cartoon Network at the same time. So it was a great move. I love Cartoon Network. The experience here has been great for me. And again, that happened because I wanted the option to do what I wanted to do. Anything else? Yes, sir.
No, I was just wondering, if Cartoon Network with its reputation for cartoons for such a long time, why go away from our work?
That's good. Good question. Because I think as marketers, we're smart and in tune to what kids want. So we can sit here in our Atlanta office and push out all this great content and say, kids, we want you to take this great content because that's what we want to give you. Or we could be smart and listen to what kids are telling us. And what our research is showing is that, yes, kids love cartoons. They'll always be part of cartoons. But this reality genre has now taken over the world. And kids are in the same mind frame that says something about watching you or one of your friends get 15 minutes of fame is just fascinating. So we're listening to our kids and responding to what the market wants. That's the first thing. The second thing is we are profit driven. So we look at where the advertising industry is going. And there's a lot of advertisers who want to reach that older boy who's about 12, 13, 14 years old. And he's not watching a lot of Disney. He's watching some Nick. And he's a little too young for MTV. So there's a void left in the marketplace where we could reach boys who are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old right before they get over to MTV or Adult Swim. Adult Swim is what it is. But we're opportunistic and we're smart marketers and we, listen to what the market tells us to do. But good question. But we'll never walk away from cartoons. We'll always have cartoons. That's what we're known for, and that's what our kids are telling us to keep doing. Is that it? Well, I thank you very much.